Broadcasting live from the mixed-up world of Hyrule, this is the Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament 2021. Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Bobtastic, and joining me today on commentary is Koi. Koi, how you doing?
Morning.
Good morning. And good evening for our or late evening for some of our viewers. Good morning, afternoon or noonish for our European viewers. And so we're gonna have a interesting stream here. We've also got the Spanish restream going as well. But we've got a stream between Asazas and Topplife for the third game of their match. This should be the last hurrah here.
Yeah, it's not indicated on the screen right now, but they are 1-1. This is game point for either of them. Winner going on to the round of 16, I think is next. This is 32. No, this is 16.
No, this is
next
16.
Is round of 8. Yeah, so the winner of this
next
goes on to the round of 8.
Quarterfinals, yeah.
And the loser, unfortunately, will be out of the tournament. Sudden death.
Well, looks like we are getting started. And we apparently have a French message from the uncle, so we'll just
throw
out every possible language.
It's something like translation error or something. I can't remember.
Yeah. Contact Desirect, yeah. All right. So moving right along toward the castle like you do. Let's see what our weapon is for today. Well, we got a quick map check there. We got the red pendant.
Oh, I like this.
Eastern green pendant
on the map check just for us.
Desert. Yeah. Shout outs to the Restream crew for pausing it right there and getting the setup.
I love Yoshi's little his oh my god face every time he picks up an item. Watch very carefully the next time he gets something good.
But yeah, a sword acquired at the
already
beginning.
Got bombs.
And bombs. So you know what? I mean, this is just going to be the most chill run-through escape you ever seen. This is basically just going to be, anything you've ever seen an NMG run. We're going to do that.
Heck, Asazas even has the vanilla Link sprite.
Fair enough.
Yeah, we should see some pretty standard strats for these rooms. The sword strats have been pretty well mapped out. But it's annoying to me as the commentator that they already found bombs, because it's like the main thing we have to talk about in the escape is the prize packs.
True enough. You could sit there and
they don't matter now.
Work out whichever prize pack you're in. I mean, they're gonna have to kill this one guard here, so we might be able to tell what prize pack we're in if it drops something, which of course it decided not to on both sides.
Oh look, more bombs. It's okay. Standard only lasts like 6 minutes, and then it's just an open seed, where you already did the escape. And have a weapon. Ooh, little mismovement there. But still alive.
Okay there. Alright, there's our map, so, remember that you got that. Don't forget.
Well, if you found the map, you don't have to remember. You just open all the chests anyway.
Right.
It's you have to remember when you didn't find the map, so you don't open all the chests.
Well, I mean, I've had somebody think that they didn't find the map before, and they actually had, and they left something in sync that might have been important.
Yeah, I did that a few weeks ago. Although it wasn't my fault. There's a bug there's a bug with the map in the escape. If you
Oh,
find the
really?
map, if you find the map in one section and then you leave and come back, the other section won't show the map in your menu.
Oh.
So I had found the map in one section, then when I leave and come back, it said that I didn't have the map. So I thought, oh well, the map just must be in the safe chest. So I didn't open it, but it was just a bug. That won't really apply to standard seed though, where you start in the escape and you don't split it up into 2 trips.
Fair enough. Yeah, we're not doing cross keys or nothing today. That's all I'm saying.
Pushing the statue extra far was top life.
Oh, we got a hammer, folks, right there in the dark cross.
Always nice to have the hammer. Guarantees having the hammer for later, right? Better than not having it.
Yeah. Yep, that is in fact the case. Much like whoever finishes in the slowest amount of time is going to win this race.
Something like that.
I mean, the quickest amount of time, least amount of time. Why can't I words? Welcome to my 4:15 a.m. commentary.
It's okay. The escape is almost over. We're getting there. So close.
I think I meant to say lowest amount of time and said slowest instead. So
different.
yeah.
Well, if you make time move more slowly, then you could take more time. You have less time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but I think they get onto you if you slow down the emulation.
If you
Try
watch
to play it back at
Primer,
normal speed.
if you watch Primer 3 times in succession, I'm pretty sure this will make sense.
Fair enough. I haven't even seen it.
It's just a really complicated time travel movie.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It does sound like something that would be right up my alley, but
well, no
today.
deviation from our runners. Both of them choosing to skip the tree pull and lumberjack, the extra tree pull and the lumberjack check. Not surprising when you already have bombs.
All right, just 10 arrows lying there on the ground, and we'll see what's in the hideout here. Just 20 rupees, so yeah, pretty sparse so far. I mean, aside from that hammer. Now, personally, I would have probably checked the lumberjack, but that's only because I do so when I get an item that leads toward Aga. So sword, cape.
That's not a bad reason to do
like
it.
that.
I think from our runner's point of view, checking lumberjack isn't really super important right now. Like the main benefit you get from checking it this early is the extra tree pull and the quicker bushcrap. And the reason you'd want those things is for bombs. We already have bombs, so no big deal. So they'll probably wait until they at least have the boots, or maybe they're walking up to the dark room to go up to the mountain and check it then.
There's a pearl and a bow and a sword. Good lord.
Well, and there's Dark World access. So this is a super fun place to get Dark World access. Your gut says, I should go to the Dark World. I have Dark World access. And then your brain's like, no. Full clear the Light World. And you have to find some in between that makes sense to you. Well, we definitely have some options here. Like it's really tempting to just immediately go to the Dark World here, right? Because you're already in Kakariko. The portal's right there. Then you can full clear Thieves Town. You got a sword. It's not even that bad on 4 hearts. For these runners, anyway. But on the other hand, like, Mini Moldorm Cave is not something you're ever going to skip. Like, that's something you're always going to get to,
Right.
so it's something, why put it off?
Alright, so we'll be done with this CAC pretty soon, but that's a Bombos medallion, which is, as we all know, a thing that can be used to do some things. And by that I mean open dungeons possibly, do some Ice Palace, and maybe, just maybe, make some rooms a little more bearable.
Well, this is where our deviation comes in. Runners go in opposite directions. Topplife deciding library in the race game not worth the time. Let's go straight to the Dark World. Azazaz heading south to save and quit after those 2 checks. So my personal bias here would be to go to Mini Boldorm Cave and before anything else, because I've been in too many situations where I got early Dark World access and forgot to ever do Mini Moldorm Cave.
Oof. So I saw a quick map check there. It looked like Swamp was the remaining pendant, and I think Ice and Thieves Town were the 5 and 6. I'm not entirely certain about that part, but yeah.
Oh, Topplife only checking 1 chest in front of Skullwoods, gets a map and says, "I'm done."
Asazas has found the Ice Rod, which we now know is going to be necessary, so very nice to have. If Topplife avoids all of the South Light World for a long time, that could be a problem. But I doubt that's going to be a thing.
I'm sure he'll get there before going to Turtle Rock.
Nobody's going to skip Mini Moldorm Cave forever.
I'm really surprised Topplife, made the decision to go all the way to Skull Woods, but after not immediately getting an item to leave, because it could still be 2 items in the front.
Yeah, I mean, just going for the 1 check is not. It's not completely. It's not completely strange.
Yeah, he's just looking to avoid the extra time it would take to go get a key or something.
Yeah. And besides, he's got a dungeon down here that he can completely clear, and it happens to be a 5-6. And there's a mirror, so we got that going for us, I guess.
Yeah, it's a nice find. He'll be able to check the dam while going into Swamp for the first time, or check Hype Cave right before he goes down to Mini Molar and stuff like that.
All right, we've got Ice Rod Cave. Yo, I will definitely take that.
Yeah, it's certainly nice to have. Although I think he might have hoped for boots would be better.
All right, 1 full heart for Topplife, which is, not unwelcome given the fact that you're about to go into the back of Thieves Town. All right, now Asasaz is going to head into the Dark World
via right there.
Yeah,
Topplife
via the South Portal. Yeah, and Topplife is going for this 1 pot with the heart under it. In case anybody was wondering, there's this 1 axiom that I have gone with this entire time when it comes to hard pool standard mode, and that is green mail sucks. And you got to get used to it.
Ooh. It's kind of ballsy with the trying to hammer that guy instead of just swiping.
So asazas found the shovel in Hype Cave, but that was about it.
Yeah, this is going to be a really early play onto
And a shield,
Pod
I guess.
here.
Yeah, Pod is a
Pod is
not a thing you can do.
Not a super fun dungeon to go to on 4 hearts. With no way to see in the dark.
Yeah, no fire source of any kind. Well, bombos, but that doesn't count. Do the
most of it's
Dongos die to bombos?
Yeah, probably. Like the main danger is the last dark room leading
Turtle
to
Room Turtle Room is the worst.
It's certainly doable, but not desirable. Hearts! Oh, that one's trapped.
So Azazaz found a bottle. Topplife, of course, found a cape.
Oh, we're going up to Catfish, not to Pod.
Interesting. So the Catfish play, Catfish play is very interesting. It can lead to a, if there's something there and you go there early, it can really lead to a strong finish. Comparatively, because your opponent, of course, would prefer to avoid going there if at all possible.
So the early Catfish play, there's really like 2 major reasons why somebody would do it this early. One, I'm trying to steal the win, right? My opponent's like way better than me, so he's probably going to skip Catfish, so I'm going to go see if I can just go grab something really awesome real fast. Or 2, all my options suck. Maybe Catfish will save me. I'm thinking it's 2. It saves him! It's a lamp!
How about a little bit of both? So while we're at it, Topplife found the Cane of Samaria in the chest, in the Maiden's chest. So this game has been, testing my ability to observe things.
Pod is much less scary, even on 4 hearts, if you don't have to worry about the turtle room. We're gonna go do Shovel first, it looks like.
Yeah, because he picked that up in the...
he might continue on to Village of Outcasts and just do Pod later.
Yeah, seems reasonable. I think he's definitely gonna continue to the village because he picked up a bottle. I think he'll probably do Sick Kid. Maybe not, but I mean, if he's in a fetch questy mood.
Yeah, it looks like he's going towards Kakariko here.
Yeah, Lamp at Catfish could really cause some havoc for Topplife if he never decides to go over there. Because, of course, there may be some places where you absolutely need to light some torches and can't do it without either the lamp or the fire rod. And, okay...
Well, that's a big incentive for Topplife to actually go to Catfish if he can find some money, because you can combine Catfish with checking the flipper checks now.
Oh yeah, flippers being there makes the whole thing much less painful, and it does look like Asazas is going to go ahead and kind of follow Toplife's play here. I'm feeling some Fire Rod and Ice Palace. I mean, we're going to need another glove before we can check that, but we got the other fire sources. You just know that the other one's going to be locked behind one of them.
Azaz's not opting for the front of Skullwood's dive, so we still won't get to see what's in there. Curious to see if Topplife is gonna go up to Catfish or go into Pod, because it's not like he's found a bunch of really awesome things for Pod, right? I wouldn't be surprised to see him also go to Catfish just because Pod's so dangerous at the moment.
Yeah, with Topplife picking up that red cane, that can be a little useful for navigation, but
it's not going to help in the turtle room. He has a sword for getting through the other
Yeah.
dark rooms. It's no big. The other dark rooms really aren't a big deal.
If you flip the turtles, do they die to bombos?
Yes, but you have to flip them, and you can't see if they're flipped or not.
Yeah. So my strat would be go in there, hammer once,
Oh,
bam, bombos. Oof.
that's
Top life getting bodied
a
on the way
rough
into Hype
overall
Cave.
death.
It's actually not that bad because he can just go right back there. Because he's near Hype Cave anyway. But you know, if you were gonna pick a place to die in the Dark World, that's probably the best one. But I wouldn't want to die anyway. Just don't do that. Yeah, that's a big good old fashioned oof. All right, so Asasa now up on 7 hearts. Gotta feel pretty good there. Now, with Asasa's having the lamp now and the mirror, and when he goes through picking up these other items in Thieves Town, he's going to be in real good shape. You know, I would think that Pod would be the next play after that.
Yeah, honestly, I would expect him to go south from here, get the South Dark World checks that he didn't do, and just continue on to Pod.
Yeah, and then if he's feeling particularly spicy, he could dip Pendant Eastern, but I wouldn't bet on it.
I mean, yeah, it'd be pretty unlikely at this point.
But I mean, he's got the mirror, so he could, and he can definitely take a slight detour and hit up the back of Sahasrala's closet.
Yeah, I think if our crystals end up being empty, I mean, like Pod, probably the mountain would be the next major place to go. Even though, you know, Green Pendant Hera is not exactly fun.
Pretty sure Desert was the green pendant. I mean, the tracker says otherwise, but my brain says the opposite, so I don't know.
Only one way to find out. The runners will go there, and then we'll find out.
Yeah.
Those who could scrub the VOD. Or listen to chat. Chat says it's Green Pendant at Desert, you're right. I trust you guys.
No, Top Life just got the ice rod, not the fire rod, because that had been gotten at the dam, or the hidden sunken treasure, as it's sometimes called. All right, 1 cane of Samaria for Asazaz, and we will be heading right on out.
No, Top Life diverting away from going to Ice Rock Cave, gonna do the flipper checks instead. I guess I told probably just like turn around and go right back to Ice Rock Cave since he can't afford Zora anyway. Yeah, not even gonna peek at Zora's Ledge.
Both
probably
runners,
intends to do this with Catfish later.
Doing an excellent job of keeping track of their dungeon items here in Thieves Town, because they did find the small key, but they were able to keep count of their 4 items and realize, yeah, there's nothing in that big chest. And this is the sort of, like, awareness that runners that actually are good at this game tend to have. I'm saying that by contrast to, myself, who is a dumb and will forget these things.
It's all about discipline, you gotta keep thinking about it until it stops being something you have to think about.
See, my brain space is all taken up by quick swap. It's just like, okay, which item do I need next? And then I always pick the wrong direction to go. The LNR. You know what I mean.
Oh, we're gonna Secrets Break Up the Mountain for Top Life. We'll get that lumberjack check at least.
Yep, looks like it. I mean, he got a sword and a cape. And
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him because like Pod is the place to be right now. The crystal you can full clear and everything, but that is not a fun dark room. The turtles, even if you have bombos.
I could not see what that was.
Oh, I have no idea.
Like, I think maybe it's cropped ever so slightly low, so he probably saw it.
We'll see it later on asazas.
All right, so Top Life going up the mountain.
Yeah, this isn't too surprising. It's just Pod is like you can do the turtle dark room if you are real clean with like the hammers, like real practice and where to hit the hammers, and then just switch over to bombos and kill all 6 at once, unless you got unlucky. It's not that bad, but on 6 hearts, you don't really have any room for error. Like, you miss one of them, you get the bad RNG, and one of the turtles is going crazy. It's real easy to walk into him 3 times, and then suddenly Helmosaur one-shots you.
Yup. Alright, so Spectacle Rock.
Ooh, money.
I would be tempted to grab that just for Zora purposes, but
I mean, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it after East Mountain, since I'm probably walking back this way for the Spike Cave anyway. But yeah, for sure. Like, if I had no money after East Mountain and I'm coming over here for Spike Cave, I definitely would consider grabbing it.
Yeah, Asazas did pick up the flippers there in Village of Outcasts. And is now on his way to Pod.
Yeah, real easy decision for him already having the lamp. So all the things that we don't want to do in Pod for Top Life is easy for Azazaz.
Alright, big key in the map chest of Hera. We've got a sword, and that's about it in Sazral's closet. So that is the 3rd sword, and that's all you're going to get in this particular item pool. Yeah, Thieves Town. Both runners have Thieves Town at this point, I believe. All right, Top Life finding the small key. Oh boy.
Nifty little spin setup to get this bomb dump for the compass.
Uh-oh. Top Life's just sitting here like, one time, no map, please.
What was in the basement cage?
3 bombs.
Oh, okay.
Alright, Asazaz has found a full heart in the front of Pod, meaning we're gonna have to jump down here, see what we find.
Does Catfish count as a portmanteau? It's more like a compound word.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a that's actually both of the non-small key items in the front of Pod already. So although we know that the remaining items here will be small keys, he has to go this way just so he can get a small key. So he got a big key and a full heart.
Moldorm finally cooperating. Top Life taking down the Caterpie for a map item in the basement. Hey, at least you got a crystal.
Rip. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, you may be sitting here like, no, don't skip it when he runs away. But he's going to run away because he doesn't have a fire source. He can't do it. If he does try to go down there, that's a mistake.
I think he would run away even if he did have a fire source. Because like those 300 rupees, it's something you might just do on the way back to Spike Cave.
Asaza's accidentally throwing the bomb the wrong direction. It's
still
not
on
the end of the
screen.
world.
Oh, it landed on the other wall. That's so weird.
And it didn't even get that to count.
So this bomb jump he's trying to do is not important. He has the mirror. Like it's a really minor time save to do the bomb jump here.
I mean, it is still a time save, provided that you have the big key already.
Yeah, you wouldn't consider it even if you didn't have the big key. Kadango being rude.
True.
It is swag. That's true.
All right. Well, there's a bunch of money.
The truest swag is when you do that and forget that you needed to have a small key to get out of the room. Definitely done that before. Hey, fire rod, nice. Hey, we can do hair basement.
Okay.
Sweet.
There you go.
This also means that the lamp on Catfish will not be the end of Toplife's life. He could go this whole sea without ever finding it. Be totally fine. Oh, and not going back for Spike Cave, Hair Basement, or... I guess that's all that's over there.
Yeah, I mean, he seems like somebody
or
who will
the 300
aggressively route the seed. All right, so this is probably a play towards pod.
Yeah, he has like twice as many hearts as he did before. He's got the fire rod to make the turtle room trivial. This is a much, much more appealing option than it was before.
Yeah.
See if he remembers to do hobo on the way. He did skip it before, if I remember.
I'd get real concerned if he decides if he had decided to go into swamp there. That would have been weird.
It may be the play later, but yeah, given the options available right now, that would reek of desperation. And I don't think his overworld death cost him that much time.
Yeah. So, I mean, the only things we could really possibly need at this point, speaking of swamp, are the hook shot, which we don't need for swamp, just need it for Ganon's Tower, potentially. If you don't need the hook shot, then you do need the boots, and the boots are also something you might require for Ganon's Tower. And then, of course, there's the potential that the Quake Medallion is required, and we also need the flute and the glove.
Toplife does remember to go to Hobo, who gives us our second shield. Awesome. Meanwhile, Azaz already up to phase 2, and it's over. In Helmasaur King, getting crystal number 2.
It's like we're gonna take your money and we're gonna put it into phase 2 of Helmasaur, and it's gone.
Oh wow!
Azaz is going.
What a play! This is very surprising. He has not even been to the mountain yet where we can find Crystal Hera and like 50 checks on Eseth Mountain. I guess he just really values this efficiency of being able to mirror over. It would be a tad slower to have to walk back to Eastern later, but you know what's even faster than doing Eastern now?
Not doing it at all.
Yup. But who knows? Maybe there is something amazing in here, and this is the game-winning play. It could happen.
Could be. Could have Titan's mitts in here or something.
Well, if you're Azazaz, you want it to be something like not super important until much later. Like a required Quake medallion or something, yeah. Something where Topplife can full clear the entire game and then be forced to go to Eastern. But anything but required would be absolutely amazing. You'd feel real good no matter what.
Yeah, boots are another good one. Chat there. All right, so it looks like
that was all three?
First four. I think so. I think that was all the items.
I wasn't counting.
Just two? Oh yeah, there was a compass.
Just 2 items. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I get the idea of going in there, grabbing those 4 chests, which are somewhat simple to get to, and then piecing the heck out.
Okay. I mean, I think it's crazy, but all right.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, he
was just cutting his losses. That's all.
Yeah.
He said, "All right, I guess this was a mistake after all," and leaving.
Okay, that was 100 rupees on the lumberjack, which is a unique item. Yeah.
What? Is it? Is there only one?
Yep. You know where it is?
No, I have no idea.
We actually just opened the chest recently. It's the Cannonball Room in the Eastern Palace.
Oh, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep, there are like 5 300s, a single 100, 7 50s, and 28 20s.
Yeah, Topplife making the early play to Helmosaur here. The idea being that, you know, if you're able to last locate the map or compass, then you can skip that chest. Unfortunately, Helma is actually going to drop the map, so he won't be able to skip anything. Finds the torch, though. That's the big thing for this room. And now it's easy.
Yep. If you can see, then you're good. Alright, now Asazaz could decide to go to Hera Basement once that's become available.
Yeah.
Or once it's become potentially necessary. Yeah, once you've checked everything else.
Down goes the scorpion thing. What is it? Helmosaur. There you go. For Topplife, getting crystal number 3.
It's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as the Scorpion King.
That one guy.
All right. So asazas heading up Hera, Toplife heading through Pod. We've seen these before. While we're retracing each other's steps, let me remind you that these runners have put in a pretty decent amount of work to get here, and they're also really good at the game. So if you like what you see here, give these runners a follow, because they're awesome.
I think most likely Asazaz is going to. Oh, that's unfortunate. Is going to
Most
skip
likely
their
he's going to
basement.
fall in a hole.
He's going to skip their basement here and check east of the mountain first. Because, like I said before, it makes more sense to clear up those nearby dense areas and see if I found something good, or see if I'm in a position where I feel like I really need to do Hera basement. But at the same time, I wouldn't be that surprised if he did do it, because from his point of view right now, Hera basement is his advantage. Right, he made this really early play to Catfish, something he knows his opponent is unlikely to do, and gets a fire source. And right now, that's the only fire source he has. And what do you need to do Hera basement? Fire source.
If I were him and I found the fire rod over in Paradox Cave, which he's going to, I might think, oh, my opponent did not have the fire source in Hera. He probably didn't do it. Let's go back there and check it real quick. That would sort of be the rationale. I'm not saying that's what I would necessarily do, but I'm saying that's how I could get the rationale to do that. In general, you should basically never do anything that I say I would do in this game.
All right, well, he skips it for the time being. Gonna leave an item in the basement. See, I would have gone the other direction. Like, if when I find the fire rod over here, I'm thinking, oh, my opponent could have done Hera basement anyway. So my advantage is to continue skipping it.
Oh, there's a book up there on Floating Island. I didn't see that before.
Plus, the fire rod gives me access to, a new crystal that I haven't been into, or 2 more items.
We don't know what the basement is. Both runners skipped it, but Toplife didn't have a choice.
And Toplife also going into Eastern.
Huh.
This is really surprising to me, because I would have said definitely do this later. But for them both to do it is
I wonder if he'll
a little surprising.
Continue further than his opponent.
Yeah, that's a good point from Ari. This play does make more sense from Toplife, because the dense part of the game that Azazaz is at now, Toplife already did. So he has fewer things left to look at. So, when my only other option is like, I guess 2 items of Skullwoods, 3 item pendant Eastern doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, I do expect a Skullwoods play from these runners pretty soon.
It's too bad that the answer is just going to be a hookless swamp or something.
Ugh. Don't. You're making me want to vomit over here.
Azazaz nopes out of the mountain, opting not to do Spike Cave or Hera Basement, just like Toplife did before. And he'll be our first runner to head over to Skullwoods, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Getting that crystal taken care of. All right, so it looks like Toplife is actually making the full commitment here.
God, if he finds something in Eastern, I feel real bad, because Azaza is going to have a hard time coming back. And there's nothing here, though. It's like a minor time difference, like just a few minutes one way or the other. The minor, I say. And of course it's in the back.
Yeah, that's some grossness right there. And now you're thinking of the full commitment. You wouldn't
I
get
mean,
this
you're
from any
playing
other
because it's a
guy.
pendant.
Moving on.
Because it's a pendant, like you're planning to leave as soon as you get your third item, so you go to the vanilla Mickey chest because it's faster than killing Armos. But now you got to do both.
All right, there's the first item in Skull Woods. It's the 10 bomb pack. Watch it just have been sitting in a Gina's cave this whole time.
That's why I think you should always do a Gina's cave early, unless it doesn't have anything.
All right, Topplife versus Armos Knights. What do we have?
Oh! Oh no!
Oh no!
That's
That is
really
a
fantastic for top
big
life.
oof.
Really bad for asazas. Because it's not even just a pendant dungeon you want to do. It's a pendant dungeon you don't want to do that you've already been to and got 2 of the 3 items at. I mean, the mitts lock enough of the game that he's going to get there sooner rather than later, but he is going to check absolutely everything else before doing that. We're going to see Hera Basement, we're going to see Spike Cave, we're going to see Zora, everything.
Oh yeah.
Agina's Cave even.
Yeah, that's some good old-fashioned gross right there.
It's not like over though, because like one of these terrible locations that he's going to go to instead of going to get the mitts might be something else, right? He might like get a really early hook shot or require Quake Medallion with boots or something. It's possible. So it's not over, but Top Life has a severe advantage.
Oh yeah.
It was a quick pull clear of Skullwoods though. And Vanilla Vicky and the boss having both items.
Seems pretty good. All right. So Azaza is gonna get out of this particular area. He might be headed. He might go check Bumper Cave, which I don't think we've seen yet.
Yeah, Bumper and Graveyard.
Yeah, both of those are accessible right now. That's true. Yes. Top Life never checked these items down here.
Yeah.
South Cac.
He had the opportunity when he was like walking towards Cave 45 to mirror, but he probably just didn't think of it at the time.
Asazaz is having to take the circuitous route here through the graveyard to get to the graveyard ledge. I think it's going to get him like 2 lands, but never mind.
Likely to save and quit from here anyway, so we just have to do it twice at least. Or shouldn't. Yeah, there it goes.
Beautiful. Alright, Top Life gonna be checking the hammer pegs here, and then we can turn in the blacksmith as well. Maybe grab a purple chest, etc.
Alright, this looks like quarter checks from Azazaz, and he does have the 500 rupees, so we'll at least get to see Zora for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
But Hobo first. Get that shield. Need a shield. This is like the worst part of hard item pool, is that you can't have matching equipment. Like on my stream, we celebrate when we get like the blue mail and the blue sword and the blue shield, but you can't do any of that because of no mail upgrades.
RIP. Like I said, green mail sucks. And that's just one more reason.
Well, I think what they should do is just recolor some of the things to be green to match the mail upgrade.
Okay.
And then we could have hard item pull and play in style.
So when you pick up the green 20, that is supposed to be the mail upgrade. It should change your mail, but not actually.
Oh yeah, I'd like that a lot. That might be confusing though. Surprised that Ganon's doing so much damage when I clearly have red mail. Alright, here's some new checks from asazas. We have not seen Zora Ledge or the Zora item. Some BAMs.
Alright, what is our aquatic scam artist running today? Yikes.
We're probably going to see Swamp before we see Eastern. I didn't even think about Swamp being an option.
Oh.
It looks like that's where he's going right now.
Oh no.
Well, there might be something there. It could happen.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, I probably would have done this before going to Eastern at all. But then, you know.
So you'd take half a pendant swamp over a full pendant Eastern?
I mean, I'm biased.
I mean, look, swamp is always garbage. You got to realize this, especially when it isn't.
I would convince myself that the items were telling me to go to Swamp. Fire rod off the back bank for 20 rupees. And our fourth crystal.
Alright, so Asaz has decided to dip into swamp. What do we have? Well, that's vanilla. A map in the map chest, like you do. Alright. Let's see, Topplife probably heading to Bumper Cave, etc. as well.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense from him. He could even like take the whirlpool after Bumper Cave, or after Graveyard Ledge, I mean, and swim right over to Ice Palace.
Ooh. That is
certain. Or he could swim across the river and check Catfish and then mirror over and do Zora Ledge as well.
Hookshot and Hera Basement could be a thing. I mean, it does like to be on the top of Death Mountain, just saying.
If you want Asazas to have a chance, you have to hope for him to find something required in one of these out of the way spots that Topplife is going to put off. Whether it's Hera Basement or Spike Cave or Left Side Swamp. Something somewhere.
I was just completely earnestly thinking to myself, wait, why isn't he doing the diver down? Oh, duh. Doesn't have the hook shot. That does it. It does work. I mean, You could do diver down, but there's no point. And you couldn't activate the water without grabbing the key first anyway.
All right, well, Top Life will head over to Catfish. We'll get our lamp. Likely going to do the 2 Zora area checks he skipped. Demon's Druid is our tracker today. That is correct.
Yep. All right, left side swamp. What do you got for us?
Skipping out on Zora. I guess he can just do the Zora checks after. That makes sense.
All right, so another bottle with more green potion. And now we go to the right-hand side. Once again, without the hook shot, this whole process taking an extra...
I know, this feels so bad. Please be something. Oof.
Womp womp. All right, Top Life. First.
Yep, hair basement.
Let's key.
Go. What does he have left? It's hair basement, spike cave, Aegis cave.
Yeah, and then
I think that's it.
Or rather, big key chest of Eastern and Armos.
Yoshi wiggling his way through that block. Perfectly normal.
I'm not sure what some of these runners are doing with that, because I'm pretty sure that the way I learned it, I think it was from one of your videos, actually, where you talked about just, moving 1 pixel to the left and then holding down. If it doesn't work, you can hold up again, or...
Yeah, so,
yeah.
So you get your first position, and then you down right until you're like walking against it, and you place your block. And now your next step is to move 1 pixel left, 1 frame left, or whatever. And then if you did it correctly, when you hit up or down, your sprite will turn to the right. And what Top Life did there with the wiggling was he didn't get it correctly right away. So he just hit left again, and then hit down, and then he hit left again, and then he hit up, and he just does that over and over again, alternating between up and down, so that he'll stay underneath his block. And that way he doesn't have to ditch his Samaria block entirely and waste magic, setting it all up all over again.
Fair enough. All right, so Top Life, came into the Ice Palace fully expecting to full clear this thing, I imagine, which is why he decided not to change the words.
Yeah, hitting the switch before doing Icebreaker is pretty common if your plan is to like kill the boss, because it protects you in this situation where you find all 3 items really fast, and that way you don't have to go bother to find small keys and big key. But usually you don't find all 3 items really fast, so it's it's not that big a deal to hit it beforehand if you're planning to full clear anyway.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He actually didn't hit it.
Oh, that's good. Hookshot's good. We're going back to swamp.
Oh, snap.
I mean, it's bad that we're going back to swamp, but there might be something in swamp too. And then something in swamp would actually mean that the hookshot was hard required, and neither of them could possibly skip it, no matter what tech you know. All hope is not lost, everybody. There is a path to victory here.
All right. Top Life versus Cold Stare. Spin and beatdowns commence. Very well done. Keeping Cold Stare up in the corner. And just basically a complete load of garbage there. Now the thing is, having those Titans mitts, the next place that Top Life might end up going, maybe after these flipper checks, something like that, you'd probably end up going up to Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah, he goes probably almost definitely going straight to the mountain after checking Zora.
Now,
but that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to check Spike Cave. I mean, he didn't think it was worth doing before,
right.
And so like if he goes to Turtle Rock and he gets like the flute, he's probably not going to do Spike Cave. So there's still an out for asazas, but it's got to be something like, if not exactly, required Quake for Meyer in the back of Swamp or something, and then Top Life last location's the hook shot. He's still behind, but there's a chance.
Yeah. I imagine that Turtle Rock will be, a very high priority for Top Life upon reaching Death Mountain there. Oh, left side diver down. Hi.
Yeah, this one's like slightly faster if done super optimally, but it's way harder than the other side.
Oh, got the big key, so he's going back, and he's probably gonna get hit.
Darn you, stair glitch.
Yeah, that is some interesting.
It is possible to avoid the stair glitch, but you kind of need the boots. Oh, good, a fetch quest.
Yeah, fetch quest it is. Powder on Big Chest of Swamp. Which, to be fair, given that, hard item pool is a thing, and again, green mail sucks, I wouldn't, be opposed to one of those powders.
So for those just joining us, the big bullet points for this race are Top Life and Azaz both went to Eastern, but Azaz decided he was done after finding 2 items, and Top Life killed Armos, who dropped the Titans mitts. And now Azaz is full clearing the game.
Oh my god, Quake is required for Turtle Rock.
Okay. Well, that's bad for Azaz then, because he didn't find Quake, and Top Life is probably going to do Spike Cave now. The one thing that Azaz did find while looking for these mitts and everywhere other than where the mitts are is the hookshot, but it looks like Top Life will likely be finding that soon. Kind of an annoying location for Top Life to find it, though, because he's going to walk past Hookshot Cave and then find the hookshot.
Yeah. Though, honestly, if I were Top Life, I'd probably go through Hookshot Cave and pick up the book.
Yeah, and get a ether tablet on the way.
Yep. All right,
basement probably happening
from
too.
Asazas.
Aw, Swamp was empty. That's not good.
Rip.
And that is last location, right? We're done. Azaz has no choice. No, Gina's Cave. Forgot about Gina's
Cave, yeah.
Well, I guess we're just gonna go to Eastern.
Maybe he also forgot about.
Oh, he didn't do Spike Cave. Top Life skipping Spike Cave.
Top Life does not have the hook shot. Okay.
What you went to all the trouble to get the book? You didn't do Ether Tablet even?
Yeah, that seems weird.
I mean, he just planned to group them all together. He doesn't want to go do Ether Tablet and Spike Cave until he's also at a point where he's also willing to do Harrow Basement, I guess. It's less likely to be your last location if you orphan things in clusters, right?
Yeah, because then you'll have multiple.
All right. Well, if Baba's tablet here is nothing, Top Life is probably going right into swamp, and a lot of this time that Azazaz has been bleeding, he's gonna get back.
I bet Top Life goes into desert.
Oh yeah. With the book, that makes sense.
This cave.
Yeah, he's abandoning his portal, just going straight to desert Anagina.
Alright, so will Asazaz go for the big key chest or go straight to the boss?
It's the same decision as it was before.
Yeah.
You go to the one that's faster and just hope it's the item.
Alright, desert time for Top Life. 2 items in this dungeon, one of which might be boots locked. Or actually, several of which might be boots locked, depending on what key is on that torch. I don't imagine that Asazaz is going to be particularly happy upon picking up these gloves.
No, he knows he's not doing. He's not. He'll know that he's behind.
All right, small key in the first desert.
The best he can hope for is that Top Life just put off doing Eastern for a long time, and that double dipping it is the only problem. Because you think, like, if they had been routing more conservatively, right, they probably get the hook shot way earlier. And then you have to choose, like, oh, do I want to do Pendant Swamp or Pendant Eastern? Swamp is, like, the typical choice in that situation, so you can't feel that bad about full clearing Swamp if you know how early the hook shot was available.
A mushroom on the torch for Top Life, so there's a whole lot of, uncertainty. And glove acquired for Asazaz. And that's the other item in desert. Now, Top Life could decide to go kill Landmo for the green pendant, but looks like he's deciding not to. He's going to Mountain Cave, so this could be a play towards Spike Cave. / Ether Tablet.
Did he get both items in desert?
Well, he saw them both.
Oh, okay.
One of them was the mushroom on the torch. Alright, so Asazaz, unsurprisingly, heading to Ice Palace.
I'm surprised he didn't stay and kill Landmo, but it's not the first thing that surprised me with these runners.
And hey, blue goo. I will take it. That is something that I am certainly okay with. Oh, and Top Life going for Hera Basement, of course. So
yeah, this is why he didn't do Ether Tablet before, is because he wanted to make sure that he was desperate enough for Hera Basement 2 before coming up here.
Now, if I were Top Life, what I might do after getting the hook shot here, instead of going to Swamp, what I might do is go check the pedestal. And if
I don't
is
think he's
something-
gonna do that, Dr. Bomb.
I know, but that's what I might do. Again,
Like me, if he had the flute, I could see someone making that decision, but he has to like walk all the way there. The real question is, which does he do first? What do you do first? Do you full clear Pendant Swamp, or do you climb the mountain again for 4 items in Hookshot Cave?
Good question.
The Swamp's more items. Hookshot Cave is faster.
Yeah. I mean, I know if it was me, it'd probably be Hookshot Cave for me. Just because I don't get along with Swamp nearly as well as you do.
Well, no one wants to do Pendant Swamp, but you can't just ignore how many items it is.
I can and I will.
This is Swamp. He's going Swamp. So this is bad for top life, good for asazas. There's not anything in Swamp. We already saw it.
Yeah. Now, the only, redeeming quality of this play for top life is that he has the hook shot to begin with, so he'll actually be able to full clear the whole thing.
Yeah, so this
on the first go.
It'll be a more efficient clear. Nope. Don't walk into Cold Stare. He hurts. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, he is not somebody you want to mess with.
All right, so Azazas finishes up Eastern, gets his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crystals, and now we go to the mountain, right? That's the really reasonable play here for Azazas.
Yep, that's got to be.
And the mountain means Hookshot Cave.
Where is Asazas going?
I don't know. He's not going to the mountain. I'm concerned.
Maybe I bet.
Pyramid Fairy?
5, 6.
I guess.
Yep. 5, 6 crystals off of ice. I just completely spaced on that one.
I'm surprised by this. I gotta think that he's doing this because he feels behind. Like he figures, my opponent got the mids. They almost certainly went to Dark Death Mountain. So if it's there, I'm behind anyway. So I'm gonna do something maybe he didn't do.
Yeah. And the fact that he.
This is quite.
You have to know that he definitely does feel behind. Like, we know this
without question, yeah.
All right, what do we got? Piece of Heart and Big 20. So no
unfortunate
surprises there.
Right, so here comes the mountain. So and unlike Top Life, Asazas will be able to do Hookshot Cave while we're here.
Asazas is climbing a mountain. Why is he climbing a mountain? Anyway.
This gives him a lead. if it's
Fair
Hookshot
enough.
Cave. Yeah, this is a lead if it's Hookshot Cave.
Sorry, I was just accosted by the spirit of William Shatner there. So
this is absolutely incredible that Azazas is potentially ahead now after everything that's happened. It all goes upside down really quickly if he decides to go to desert at some point, though.
So Top Life is doing a thing where he's going to boss of Swamp instead of turning around and getting the big chest. So if he wants to full clear Swamp, he'll have to go back into the dungeon. And he might have skipped left side because it feels a little short for that.
As I was getting the bad news, Quake is required to do this crystal. But it's okay, you can do some overworld. Topplife believes in Ped. Well, I mean, he specifically did not kill Green Pendant Lambo.
Topplife is missing the flute to get to Misery Mire, and he's missing the Quake medallion to get into Turtle Rock. That's about it.
All right, here's our new checks. Asazas being the first one of our runners to make his way into Hookshot Cave while also having a hookshot.
Does tend to help.
Not great though. Hookshot Cave is not the answer.
Oh my goodness.
What's left?
Garbage continues to flow.
I think we haven't seen the Smith sequence. Have you seen Smith sequence?
Somebody did Smith. I don't think they did Purple Chest, but I think they did Smith. I think it was Topplife.
Yeah, Purple Chest and Green Pendant and Pedestal. Well, Pedestal would be disastrous for both of our runners for different reasons. Topplife gonna have to go back to desert to kill Landmo, as is us having to go back into swamp a third time if he wants that pendant.
Bombos and Ether Tablet have both been checked by Topplife. Ether Tablet, I believe, was a bottle with a blue potion. Bombos, I think, was just like arrows or something. Money. Nothing important. Yeah, Magic Bat was just money as well.
Alright, where are we going as this? Looks like Smith's. Yeah, this makes sense. You like do Smith's, and then if it's nothing, you just walk over to desert right after. This will put him in a really good position for deciding to kill Lambo too, because if he doesn't find anything on this whole way, all the way up to desert, like it's not like he has any other good options, so it makes sense for him to stay and kill Lambo. Where Topplife, you know, he had other things he could go do, so that's why he left.
Alright, so Topplife about to finish out left side swamp, and we'll see where he decides to go.
This has got to be really frustrating for Topplife. Like, when you make that really early play into Eastern, like he did Eastern before going to the mountain even, and you get the mitts, and then you still end up full clearing a completely empty swamp. Like, what is happening in this scene?
I think he's about to get the lamp.
He already got the lamp. He's getting Pyramid Fairy now.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry.
This is absolutely crazy how the how Azazaz is coming back here. It really goes to show that if your seed is terrible enough, all runners will finish at the same time, no matter how they route it.
All roads lead to garbage. All right, blacksmith turn in occurring, and then we'll get some purple chest. Asaz is going to go ahead and save and quit there because there's no reason to walk back.
As it stands right now, I think Azazaz is in the lead as long as it's not Pedestal.
Yeah, if it's Pedestal, he's got to go back into Swamp, which sounds like a terrible thing.
If it's Purple Chest, then he's ahead because he's doing Purple Chest now while Toplife's about to do it. If it's Green Pendant, then he's in a much better spot for doing that, and we'll probably do it before Toplife as well. But if it's Pedestal, that's bad. It's not Purple Chest.
Yes. Good lord.
All right, Green Pendant and Ped.
So this game has decided for some reason, that it needed to keep me up for several more hours. Yeah.
Scroll. Alright, Azazaz still has to do like a Genis Cave and actually full clear the front of Desert, so Toplife can make up some time here. I think he's still ahead though if it's on Lambo.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting possibility. I mean, the Green Pendant is all that's left there. Oh, this is just a mess. I mean, you know, Toplife probably heads right for Desert after this again. Like, we're out of
what choices he has? Toplife didn't finish off Landmo because at the time he felt like he had more things to do. I still think it was like maybe not the best call because the more things he had to do was doing Hair Basement, Spike Cave, and Ether Tablet. But you know, that's 3 things where Green Pendant's only 1 thing. Oh, Toplife maybe gets to Lambo first. I didn't factor in how long it was going to take to full clear this dungeon.
Yeah,
they're really close to each other though.
There. So yeah, we're basically converging on a single point here.
All right, so I think we can say definitively Toplife is in a slight lead. Unless Green Pendant is nothing, and then he's in a major lead.
That is true. So he is in some form of lead, whether it is gigantic or just minuscule, depends on the pendant possibilities.
Alright, Toplife making his way towards Landmo, as it says, really not that far behind at all. And considering everything that's happened, it's absolutely amazing that he's not that far behind.
I have never, ever done the hook shots on those pots in that room. I don't know why. It makes sense. Like if you don't have the boots, it makes plenty of sense.
Nice 2 cycle, getting our compass and a green pendant. Gee, I wonder where he'll go next.
Well, it could go pedestal, or it could go to Sazrala. Whichever one he feels like is quicker to get to.
If it's pedestal, I can't believe it.
He could just go to Hookshot Cave.
Oh yeah, he still hasn't done that.
But I mean, you wouldn't go out of your way to go get the green pendant if you weren't gonna go like check it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. As it says, also getting his green pendant. Gonna go do that as well because he has no option.
All right, old man, what you got?
It's pedestal!
Oh my goodness!
Oh my god. I guess Top Life feels, man, if it's Hookshot Cave, I'm screwed, so I sure hope it's Ped.
Yep. And he is going to be pleasantly surprised.
God.
Whereas Asazas is going to be like, really?
I have to go back to Swamp for a third time.
The triple dip swamp. That is a rare occasion right there. You don't even really see that in like Key Sanity most of the time. I mean, maybe like when you don't have the big key of swamp.
This all comes back to his decision to like backtrack to the big chest. Because he backtracked to the big chest specifically because if there was a mapper compass on Argus, he could skip it. Well, there was a mapper compass on Argus. He did skip it, and it's coming back to bite him so hard.
See, I don't think it's a bad...
It's Quake.
It's Quake. And he didn't even... He went ahead and read it, too. So why not? Because to be honest, at this point, my brain would be so messed up, I'd just be like, am I absolutely certain this is the only thing I can do? So taking that, second or so to read the text to make sure I'm not crazy before wasting another, 15 seconds on pulling the silly pedestal. Seems alright.
Well, it's hard to imagine from this point away for Azazaz to come back. Like, there's a certain amount of time that can be saved through execution or GT routing, but even altogether, I don't think we could expect Top Life to burn enough time for Azazaz to make all this up.
Stranger things have happened. I've just been on a bit of a kick this week, getting as much commentary in as I could, and had at least one seed that looked to be well in hand for one of our runners, and then it imploded right at the end. So it is not outside the realm of possibility. Chat discussing the Richter scale and how much and whether it does have a maximum or not. Due to the pedestal.
That text on the pedestal really, really frustrated me the first time I saw it because I had no idea what the Richter scale was.
It's kind of like the Alucard.
I know what it is now. It's how they measure earthquakes, but I lived in the Midwest. Earthquakes were not a thing that existed.
I don't know why I knew. I've grown up.
And there's our flute.
There we go.
Yeah, that is
Acquired.
go mode except for the boots, I guess.
Yeah.
We might need the boots, I guess, for GT, but for the most part, that's going to be go mode for Top Life.
Now, if this silly game gives us the 21 out of 22 on top, on top of the pedestal, I am reasonably certain that T Sigma's out to get me. Or Sinek. We can always blame Sinek because he's the one who wrote the bot.
That guy. God, this scene has been something else.
Asazas going with the blind approach.
Yeah, well, he didn't have hookshot cave left over. He knows this is the answer. And Top Life will be go moding TR. Makes sense. I guess there's an out. That's possible, right? As Zaz gets the boots in here because he doesn't go mode it.
Yeah, there is that possibility. You know that Asazas has to be sitting here like...
Top Life's
okay.
even going outside, though.
Yeah. Trying to get a big key or the big chest there.
Yeah, there's a very, very, very small chance that if you skip the vanilla big key chest and the big chest, they both have a small key and you have to backtrack to go get them. So going outside, make sure that that won't happen, and there's a chance that you'll get rewarded like Top Life just did and get your second key in the big chest. So now you can skip Laser Bridge entirely.
Yeah. But Asazas is heading right back up to Rock, so gonna join the party here.
No, yeah, don't forget to activate the door.
Overrated.
I mean, he's not like, you know, so far behind that it's like embarrassing or anything, right? He's just, you know, most of a dungeon behind. It's just it's enough time where there's just not enough left in the game for him to make any plays that make up this time. He has to rely on Top Life doing something bad. Whether that's like, you know, execution errors or, God forbid, the despawn, the jingle glitch in GT or something.
Oof. That would be quite the oof.
But if you're Azaz, after everything that's happened this seed, you're like staring at the race room, expecting Top Life to finish any second now. I mean, it's a ped seed, sure, but it doesn't. You didn't have to double dip Eastern and triple dip Swamp.
Yikes! Yeah, just cannot feel great. Asasa is now in go mode. For some value of the word go mode. 94.54% go mode.
Top Life skipped Laser Bridge entirely.
Wait, head backwards. 95.45. There we go. That's better. Go throw this seed in the trash mode. That's a good one. I agree. Chain Chomp's not cooperating with us here.
But a little awkward, but we're alive. We made it through.
And 1 hour and 34 minutes into this seed, we will finally be hearing our wonderful swagged out Kim.
So you notice Topplife pulls out his sword before he starts the flute song. This is because if you do a spin, immediately after activating the flute, you can summon the bird slightly faster than if you had not.
I was not aware of that one. I was aware of if you start dash, like do a flute dash.
Yeah, it's the same effect as doing a flute dash, except you don't need the boots.
Huh. Alright, Topplife heading to Misery Mire.
Oh, my sword babes! I would have gone back for that heart. Sword beams are really nice to have for Mire too. To get rid of the whiz robes from across the room.
That is quite true. Especially when you don't have boots or anything to, dash through things quickly. Asazas also will be going to the big chest, which is perfect.
Did he skipped the vanilla big key, right?
I imagine so. I didn't pay any attention, to be honest.
Yeah, he must have. He's not doing Mimic Cave. He's just playing it safe. Oh, we did check the lava chest. Oh.
Oh, okay.
That's surprising that he would do that, but not check Mimic Cave. I wonder if he'll check Laser Bridge.
Maybe. Topplife finds a pack of bombs in Mire. That's one of the 2 items, but we're not looking for items here. We're looking for the big key.
Oh, yeah, you're right. There was a key in Lava Chest and the Big Chest. This layout of TR was the layout I talked about before, where you are forced to backtrack from Laser Bridge because there was a key in both of those locations. But both of our runners checked the Big Chest. So it doesn't even matter. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, we're skipping Laser Bridge. Yeah, it's weird that he did the lava chest then. Like if he was planning to skip things, like that's the one you'd skip, right?
Yeah, I imagine so.
Accidentally open the door. Yeah, that seems likely.
All right.
Can't say I was actually watching that screen at the time.
All right, Trinex getting exploded. Topplife will be going for the vanilla big key chest here in Misery Mire.
The seed has been so bad already. What's one more annoying thing?
If we'd found a small key in that previous chest, we would know that this is the big key, but we don't know for sure. Alright, so Asazas will be finishing Trinex off and will, I imagine, just get the heck out, go activate the flute, and follow Topplife. Alright, that's both items in Mire. And we still don't have the big key, so it's either in the lobby or it is in my least favorite location, to be honest.
I think it's the map chest.
Yeah, it is the map chest.
Oh, he did the lobby, yeah.
It is the worst chest in here.
No, wait. The vanilla big cube's got to be the worst one, right?
Well, yeah. Well, this is my worst one because the way I route the place, it always ends up being last.
Yeah, we need a better name for that chest. Maybe like the south of Spike Room chest, or
I mean, it's the map
next to the
chest,
big
it's sort of
chest chest. Well, I know
fancy.
they're working towards like redoing a bunch of the names for the spoiler log to get rid of stuff that references information that the players probably don't have, like where the vanilla map and compass are.
Hmm. Yeah. I would call it the switch block locked chest. Well, actually, no. There's two of those.
He doesn't have the spooky altitude.
Yeah. It is the thing is, you don't have the boots, so you would have had to have done something special when
Yeah,
you
he
dropped
used
the chain
he
ball.
used the ice rod.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess it just didn't work for some reason.
Yeah, no, I think maybe it wasn't on the screen for long enough. Like maybe he shot it too close to the edge of the screen. No, he just didn't have the altitude set up. Yeah, I don't know. He lost it somewhere. I wasn't watching enough. Too slow on the block pavement. Yeah, that probably. That seems most likely, because I don't think he used the lamp anywhere or the powder. All right, get your numbers ready, chat. It's almost time.
And there we go. 7th crystal acquired for Top Life. He will be heading up to Death Mountain, and it'll be time for some GT Big Key shenanigans. 22 possible locations that Big Key can appear.
If you guess 1, 3, or 7, you're a mean person. Don't be mean, chat. One, 3, and 7.
137, yeah, that sounds good.
Well, Azazaz is gonna skip the cutscene chest at least. There's a little bit of time.
All right, picking up some time there. Alright, so Top Life will be emerging from the Super Bunny Cave here. And let's go.
Well, Azazaz definitely can't do spooky.
Alright, so is Ganon's Tower going to be merciful, or is it going to be a massive pain? Let's see. Starting with the right-hand side, we've got 20 rupees and a map.
So talking about why we name things what we name them, that room is called the Hope Room because, gee, I sure hope the big key's just right here.
That is the case.
All right, well,
Okay.
not the torch.
Torch is unnecessary.
I hope they don't rename the Hope Room, though, because I think that's a really good name, even if it's not descriptive.
$300, a small key, an additional small key, and an additional small key.
All the small keys, truth care, truth brings.
Oh, I think I have a song of that one. Yeah. The commentary guidelines tell me not to sing on here, so I won't. But it does exist. I have a SoundCloud with all my stupid songs on it.
Top Life trying to do the blue boomerang strats for this room, but yeah, that's really tough with quick swap, isn't it? Or tougher than if you miss a menu.
Yeah, it's not too terribly bad because the
yeah, I guess they're right next to each other.
But it's again not fun.
All right, now we also have to consider how difficult it is when it's like 6 a.m. and you're 2 hours into the worst seed ever seen on SpeedGaming. And you don't even have the boots.
All right, Rando Room also garbage.
The game won't just give you the big key, put you out of your misery.
Now, asazas could make up some time by potentially doing...
Going to Compass Room. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can't go to Compass Room first, but you could do sort of the DM strats where you go to the Stalfos room and then mirror.
It's a little damage boost there from Top Life. The warp tiles will not warp you if you have iframes, so he uses the bomb to give himself those iframes.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of bomb, also going to use this to jump across the hole that you can't see here. Bob's chest also garbage.
All right, so if I'm asazas, I do a tower room gamble. Like I'm not a big fan of tower room gamble, but this is the scene where I would do it. I think.
Yeah, this would be the time to do tower room gamble.
The seed where I double dip Eastern, triple dip Swamp, and I still haven't lost yet. I would think about doing tower room first.
All right, Top Life now heading to the right side. No tower room from Top Life. And unfortunately for us, he is going to go ahead and continue left side, which is what most people would do in this situation. There it is. That is going to be number 20.
Yeah, 20.
For Top
All right.
Life.
Well, at least the tower room gamble wouldn't have saved him.
So this Gans Tower layout is actually a situation where I would have gone right after the Stalfos room, just because I'm a weird person and I have a key-based algorithm.
Well, you do hope Stalfos and then go back to Compass.
Yeah. Basically, I'll do those first 7 checks, and if I find at least 3 small keys among them, I'll go right. Otherwise, I'll go left.
Wouldn't you do Stavros first then?
No, Stoffels, yeah. Stoffels is one of the 7.
Right, but wait, it's which do you do first, Hope Room or Stavros Room?
I usually do Hope Room first, because if I'm not going back right, I'm just continuing on from Stoffels Room, right? Anyways, I'm weird. There's a reason I don't win races anymore.
Well, it's probably not based on your GT routing. Like, there's a lot of factors. You can't pin it all on that, right?
Yeah.
Like, after this race, I don't think Azazaz is going to go like, oh, if only I had done Compass Room sooner.
Yeah.
It's not a...
He's going to be like, oh, if only I hadn't pulled out of these dungeons.
Huge burn. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Don't be like that. It's Otter. I'm sorry, Dr. Paul. That's not what I meant.
No. I didn't take any offense to it. I knew what you were talking about.
Yeah, I just meant like over the course of a whole seed, you make like 100 different decisions in 100 different places, 100 different times. So to, try to pin whether or not you win or lose on what route did I take in GT is not, what's the word? It's not a good faith.
Yeah. All right, Top Life now inside Torch Room number 1. So, I would be tempted to check 1 or 2 of the chests up here. Just because even if it's not going to do me a ton of good, I still want the boots for the final room with the bumpers and the spikes.
There's a real easy way to get through that without boots. Essentially, you do the same thing that you would do with boots, except instead of dashing, you just hold up, and if a mini helmet is in the way, you just hookshot him. Or just turn on the cape. That also works.
Fair enough.
The main thing to keep in mind for that room is never try to adjust your east-west position, your horizontal position, while you're on ice. Wait until you're on a conveyor.
Good call. Yeah, so I do this. I do a slightly different dash in that room, so I'd have to adjust that. Anyway, again, I'm just weird and bad. This isn't about me. This is about Top Life and Asazas. Top Life is on the Aga 2 fight, and is the Aga 2 patterns are not being terribly kind, I would say. Got a couple of unfortunate blue projectiles there. Yeah, for the first couple of rounds there, a couple of the Aga shadows were on top of each other. It's silly. I have not seen that particular Ganon text yet, so okay.
Oh, I've trained myself to not actually read anything he says. What did it say?
said, "Hey, don't you ever knock? We're coming to my house. How rude." Something to that effect.
Well, if you got the cape and the magic to spare, there's a really easy way to get a 1-in-1.
And
I like the
have every green potion ever.
I'm a fan of the spicy barbacoa burrito text.
See, now you're just
That's
making
my
me
favorite.
hungry.
Yeah, I'm super hungry.
It's about to be breakfast time. Alright, there's the beginning of phase 4. Time to start doing some spin.
So we got the bad RNG on Ganon's warp there. I think it's a 1 in 4 chance that he doesn't move. So it makes it impossible to get that early silverless hit.
Yep. Manages to get the torch glitch just fine, setting up for some 3 cycles. A little delay to make this one happen. It's much easier to start a 3 cycle from the bottom than it is from the top. But it's still possible. There we go. Top life, no problem. Getting it done. There we go, Top Life crossing the threshold, finishing with an official time of 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 33 seconds. Congratulations to Top Life. Moving on.
And amazingly, Asazas is only like a couple minutes behind you, right?
Yep. Despite, extra dungeon trips all around. I mean, Top Life did double dip Desert Palace, so there was that. But not really much else.
And you don't even have the boots.
Alright, Rando Room, also garbage.
The game won't just give you the big key, put you out of your misery.
Now, Asazas could make up some time by potentially... I'm not sure where that's coming from.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we're getting feedback. I think we're getting the original, the audio from the stream from a few minutes ago playing back on the restream.
I was tabbing through my windows like, where do I have this open? I don't know what's going on. It was Discord.
Oh, okay. That's it. Top Life was watching the stream.
Oh, okay. he pulled the stream open after the finish.
That makes sense. Speaking of which, Top Life is in the chat there. I don't know if he's want to come in and talk about it or not, but good job and congratulations on that win. There we go. There's a Top Life. How's it going? Congratulations on your victory here.
Thanks.
Yep, and Asazas is just about to finish as well. Pretty quick. Yeah, you know exactly what happened because I saw you were having the conversation there in the race time chat. But yeah, both of you decided to go into Eastern after Pod, but after checking the first 4 chests, Asazas decided to peace out and do other things.
Yeah, it's weird. Like you win the race and you move on to the next round of the tournament, but this race was all about asazas. not to take anything away from your victory, but like his routing is what decided everything.
Yeah, it's sort of how late can you manage to do pod and to make not skipping after the first 4 reasonable. I felt like it was late enough to go for a boss was sort of reasonable. The same thing with desert though. If I had completed the book checks on the other part of the world, I would have felt reasonable enough for finishing that. But there I had skipped too much to find it reasonable because the green pen check is so long.
All right. Well, we're also joined by Asaz. Congratulations once again on finishing this race.
It's an achievement in and of itself.
Yeah.
Hello. GG. Stop. Nice race.
GG.
So we know that you know exactly what went on here. So how I want to hear, like, was there any sort of frustration or tilt or anything going on after you found those gloves on Armos? Did it just
well, I don't know, not really. I knew I was just getting dunked on by the seed really, really hard. But I don't think I wasn't really doing anything wrong. I wasn't doing any major mistakes. Really did play to win, I think. But sometimes in this game that's not enough. But I think I did really play well. This was one of my best games in the tournament.
Yeah, your execution was flawless. The time difference here is less than 3 minutes, and yet you had the double dip Eastern, the triple dip Swamp. I'm pretty sure if you put that all together, that's less. That's usually more time than 3 minutes. So you made up a lot of that with execution.
Probably with just a double dip Swamp, that would have been enough. But at that point I still had a lot available. Eastern, like at least from my point of view, Eastern was nowhere close to being available because I hadn't seen the book. I didn't have the mitts. So I don't know. I really wasn't thinking about the pedestal at that point.
No, it's like leaving Argus behind was more just unfortunate. You went back for the big chest and found out that Argus didn't have anything, so it made complete sense to leave. Where topplife didn't go back for the big chest and killed the boss first because he had skipped left side initially. So like the routing just like worked out better for him not skipping Argus where you did. But yeah, I can't stress enough how absolutely incredible it is that you're only 3 minutes behind. That's a huge testament to how well you played throughout the seed, even if the routing decisions didn't end up going in your favor. I want to hear about Eastern though, because at the time, like, you both made a decision to go into Eastern after Pod, which I thought was like, wow, what a surprising play. But then it was even more surprising that you left Eastern after 2 items. Can you talk to us about that?
And it was 2 items, right? 1 item left, and it was like walking all the way to the big key chest or going all the way to Armos, and the mountain was available. So I don't know. It felt like a better use of my time.
Did you consider just like not going to Eastern at all because the mountain was available, or was that something you were always gonna do?
I wanted to check Eastern at least, but at that point, it's just 1 item versus everything that's in the mountain.
And I believe topplife, unless I'm mistaken, at that point you had already done the mountain, so it was a little easier for you to go back.
I would have skipped probably after the first 2 chests if I hadn't done the mountain. So I just had like 3 checks here, 3 checks there in completely different places in the world. So it was a lot easier decision for me to complete it when I was there. But that's kind of how it was set up too. Like, if I don't get anything, I have a much more reasonable time full clearing Eastern. But then again, only the 4 first chest was in Logic, so it's for me it was totally reasonable after skipping after 4 chests, since I didn't have the lamp.
Yeah. Asazas actually had the lamp before going there. Did the early Catfish play. So, I mean, I was kind of a fan of the early Catfish play at that point, but, you know, not everybody is. I can understand that. Let's see. So what else do we need to know about this seed?
So you both like this. It was just a really unfortunate seed where there were enough things in out of the way spots like Pedestal and Spike Cave and Pendant Armos that in hindsight the best way to route it would be to have just done everything all the time, right? So every time you guys tried to skip something, it came back to punish you. But for the most part, you guys made most of the same attempts at skips. Like you both chose not to do Hera Basement and Spike Cave on your first trip up the mountain, but you know that would have been more efficient to get the hookshot earlier.
Yeah, like you probably don't get far in the tournament if you don't leave some items behind.
Skip everything.
But yeah, considering where the hookshot was, that's more likely. Like I expected Meat to have the mids first, but I wasn't totally sure about that. But if you don't find the mids early, somewhat early, then you have the hookshot. And therefore, you might have noticed that I never went back to hookshot cave.
Yeah, we figured you were doing like, well, if it's hookshot cave, I lose, so let's go pull pet.
Yeah, I didn't want to invest a full mountain climb further because it was so likely that Spike Cave is checked before Harmless Night. But like, well, it's kind of toss up though. But if you get the hookshot before mids, but still.
And I imagine that's why you actually read the pedestal before pulling it, because you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me there was nothing else.
Yeah, I mean that's some good heads up navigation. You know, making sure that everything is done, because I'm always concerned I've forgotten something or mismarked something or something like that.
I mean, I always concerned I forgot something. Yeah, for example, mids wasn't absolutely last location because I forgot to check Agena. But if it ended up being Agena, I was going to chop off my fingers on stream.
Oh god, don't do that.
Oh, please don't do that. Okay.
Yeah, just what a monster of a seed.
So I guess the boots is in a big chest or in a...
I guess so. Who knows? Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to ask.
Laser bridge if I'm not sure if SSS checked that.
So I'm not like a huge fan of the tile room gamble or anything, but I think if I was as and everything that had happened to him had happened to me, I might have done tile room gamble in this seed. Did you consider it at all, or were you like, why throw it away? I might still be ahead.
Not really, because I don't know. I'm not watching my opponent's stream, so I don't know. I mean, maybe I never consider like am I behind? I am ahead. Like everything I make perfect sense to me.
Sure.
I don't know. Top maybe doing the same thing, maybe doing something better, or maybe doing even worse. So yeah, never really considered the thing of feeling behind, feeling ahead. Yeah.
It wouldn't have been a difference maker, at least.
That's a good way to. That's a good way to think about things. You know, a lot of people, you know, get worried about that. But if you're just like, I'm going to play the best I can, not worry about what my opponent's going to do, that's a pretty good way to handle it. And you know, I imagine that's what got you this far. You know what I mean? Anyway, So yeah, Top Life, congratulations once again. And you know, you'll be moving on once again to the round of 8, the top 8 here in the tournament. Does that feel good? I bet it feels good.
Yeah, it feels alright. Some part of me wants to just get knocked out, but still, I'm getting further and further. And now I just have to keep going all in. It's no turning back now.
Just like, can I get a break from this already? And yes, asazas, I'm sure we will see you around in more races and whatnot.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there's the Spanish tournament coming up in like a week. I'll be taking part in that.
Okay.
After that, yeah, I'll be taking a long break. I don't know if indefinite break, but yeah, I am not going to be playing this game a lot after the Spanish tournament for sure.
I definitely understand that. All right, so that's that's pretty much all I had to say or ask about this. Do either of you, topplife or asazas, have anything else you'd like to say before we wrap things up here?
Yes, congratulations, Top, for making it to the top 8. Good luck moving forward. And thank you for the restreams. Thank you for the support throughout the tournament. And hope you all enjoy the last few weeks.
Yeah, thank you for the kind words. Yeah, I think most of it said. Like, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for putting up the restream and commentating and tracking. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, I want to thank once again both of our runners, Topplife and asazas, for putting on an excellent show today. If you like what you saw here, you should probably give them a follow because they know what they're doing. They're pretty good at this. I'd also like to thank our tracker, Demons Druid, for putting up with all of our shenanigans and keeping up with the icons on the screen, and of course my co-commentator Koi. Thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed.
I agree.
This is past my bedtime.
All right, so with that, I think that's about time to wrap it up, and I will just say that I have been Dr. Bobtastic, and I will see you all at a later occasion.
Thanks, Dr. Bob.
Good afternoon, everybody, I guess.
Or something. Bye-bye.